Afternoon traders, this is Trader Tim from eMiniMind.com. I'm here to help you improve your trading so that you can become financially free and live the lifestyle that you want. And in this video, we're going to start off with the E-mini S&P and looking at the daily chart over here on the left. You can see where we came today. The low that we made, 28.75, is just above the swing low back here at 27s. And with the longer tail that we had on the downside, I'm looking for in the next day or two to give us, kind of a lift towards this next 50% retracement. We're already at the negative, beyond the negative 23% retracement, and today we definitely had the potential and the momentum off of the open. We kind of rallied a little bit for the first 10 minutes or so and then sold off pretty decently, and there was definitely momentum to come down and break the swing low, but we weren't able to do that. And so I'll be looking for a move up to 28.11s in the coming week, and that would set us up nicely for, kind of approaching the underside of this. What was support level would now be a resistance level, and if you were looking for kind of a longer term play or a swing play where you might short something like the DIA or the SPY, this would be a great area to do that in, and then ride that down to its next negative 23% target down here at 26.90s. And then, if you're scaling out, maybe don't take it all off at that negative 23. See if we can, can hang on to some shares so we can make it to the full halfway back. If we do go lower in the next day or two without breaking highs, then if we just come to the left here, the next swing low, we've got this guy here, that kind of double bottom here, but then the next swing low back is down at 26.80, and at that point we might as well just come all the way down and hit the 26.50 halfway back point. So on the daily chart, things have been actually all right. I mean, we've had this first retracement finally come down and complete, and then on the way we've had these smaller daily retracements. So, a little bit lacking intraday with setups, but on the daily chart things have been all right. We've got a very clear structure of swing highs and swing lows, and so it's very easy for us to come in and mark the low and mark this low back here. They're very quantifiable levels, and then as we move to the right where the market is currently at, we can see, okay, well, here the market came down to that low and then rallied. Now, I don't put these numbers on my chart intraday because sometimes you can kind of trick yourself into thinking, well, here's a horizontal line, it must act as support and we must stop at that level. But I just kind of either make a mental note or write down on a post-it or a legal pad, these swing lows. And so like as we bounce, I could draw the horizontal line here. And so moving up to this 27.8950, well, we might go a little bit higher up to like this swing low, which is a 2800. So we were on top of the 2800 bouncing. That was support. Now as we come up to 2800, that should act as resistance. So, this horizontal line, yes, it's the swing low exactly, but the support and resistance levels end up being more of a range. And so it's really more beneficial to kind of come in here and draw, like a rectangle and say, okay, well, this area is where I want to be looking for shorts. And then you zoom into the smaller time frame to execute on the setup. So that's what I'm looking for this week, potential bounce up into the 2800. And if we do go lower, pretty much all of these moves down that we've had have been lacking follow through. Like, we gap down and then we rally. Next day we break highs, we gap down, and then here the next day we sell off a little bit, but then we rally. So we haven't had like a, you know, serious um, capitulation move lower. It's sort of been like a, well, we gap down and then there's nothing going on intraday to capitalize on. And then another day goes by, we gap down, and then you have this really small, 19.5 point range day, not a whole lot of intraday opportunities. So I'd like to see, if we're gonna get a move lower, that is uh, like a bigger body trend day, you know, all of that move can't happen in the overnight via a gap. It needs to happen intraday. And so if we do go lower than this 27.27, barring it's not just a gap down tomorrow morning, then we should be able to capitalize on that pretty easily. But at this point, I think it's more likely that we get a bounce and rally up into this 2800, and so that's what I'll be looking at kind of as the bigger swing play for the week. So tomorrow morning we'll be doing a live trading session, and then in the afternoon I'll be doing a webinar where I'll be kind of talking all about trail stops and how they pertain to day trading and swing trading. So you can check all of that out over at eminimind.com. Thanks everyone and have a great week.